Hello there, Dick fucking Benedict. We are playing Marlow Briggs and the Mask of Death on hardcore difficulty, and we are currently on part 11, and this looks like it could possibly be a 14 video series. I thought it could be a 12. I initially thought it would be 8 or 10, 10 at the maximum, but like I've been telling you guys, this game is just long. It really is. And I'm confused. Oh, look at this. Look at how cool this fucking is. Look at this. You hit those barrels, and then there's a secret glyph cache over here. Well, just one, but those are the large ones. So, damn. I did not find that the first time I played this game. So, we now have enough to upgrade the Hurricane to level 2 of 3. And it should serve us pretty well in this chapter. This isn't too hard of a chapter. I really enjoyed this chapter. We're outside again. So when you come up here, there's going to be some scorpions treading around and some grabbable foes. The green guys, guys with the green jackets, they can be grabbed. The guys with the black jackets, those are the professionals. But look how I take these guys out. I would recommend that you try to do this too, because you can't grab these guys, but you can launch them and use X attacks and then fling them off. How perfect was that? That was absolutely fucking perfect. Yes! I am the best. There is no one better than me, at least in a 30-mile radius. And now, this is a skippable fight, but since we're doing all the fights, I'm going to be partaking in it. There's no checkpoint after this one, though, so I have to be cautious. If you are skipping it, you don't need to be cautious. There is some glyphs to the left, some experience glyphs. I'm not sure. Did I already go down there? I'm not sure. I think I will go down there. I'm fully aware of what's going on down there. But we've got some items down here that we can pick up if we need any heals. Remember in the last video I was mentioning on that really tough fight that there's a great spot to stand? Well, it's a little jumping ledge right before you jump into the main arena. It's the ledge that you get the checkpoint on. Like you'll see the checkpoint wheel. Well, you can just stand there and do the with the tusk weapon. You can do Y X X Y and pretty much just demolish everybody. Nobody can hit you. Nobody will come down. So it's the ledge that you jump from to get to the actual main arena. That ledge. If you go down one further ledge, there's that long line of bugs there. And if you want, you can take advantage. I came pretty close to taking advantage of it myself. But I knew if I had to do that, I would probably end up deleting the guide if I did that. That's just me. You know me, I can't get away with anything without feeling guilty about it. But there's 2 of these scorpions, so I would also be concerned with the gunfire, because the chopper up there is shooting, and it can actually do chip damage to you, which is kind of ridiculous. There should be one more bug coming, or not. Maybe we took care of all of them. But when you come over here, you want to prioritize grabbing the guys with the rocket launcher. I saved my magic up because I knew there was no checkpoint, and I came down here once and I got butchered. So I decided to come up here and take care of these rocket launcher guys. I don't think... Do I mind meld that guy? No, I just throw him. And then I'm going to do that combo that I mentioned to you of triangle or YXX, YXXY to do that. And it actually destroys all their shields too, and these guys are pretty much mine to do with as I want. Although we do need to do some separation before we start chucking guys off the cliff over here. I just love that. I love throwing guys off cliffs. But Neo arrived at my doorstep today, and every PlayStation 4 game that I've picked up, I think I've bought 4 now. When I take the box out of the wrapper, like I move it around a little bit, and the disc has always become like it invariably becomes dislodged from the little circular holder, the DVD holder. It's like, can't you? The plastic's already shitty enough. The inserts are already not pretty much non-existent. Can't you at least secure the disc a little bit better? You cheap ass cheapskates at Sony. And I'm sure it goes for Microsoft too. But it's a simple solution. I do it all the time. Anytime I sell DVDs or video games on eBay, all you have to do is put a very narrow strip of bubble wrap on top of the DVD, and that prevents the DVD from moving at all, even if it does become dislodged. Well, first of all, it has no chance of becoming dislodged when everything's so tight in there, but it's actually a stroke of genius that I saw somebody else. I was actually going to give Microsoft credit, but I remembered on the spur of the moment that I saw someone else do that once. Did I? Or no, that was me. That was definitely me. I did that. I'm the best. I am the genius I spoke of. That was my stroke of genius. All you have to do is just cut out a rectangular strip of bubble wrap, that really thin bubble wrap, and put it in there. I know that might look a little tacky, but that would save people from having their discs scratched and complaining to Amazon that their discs are scratched. I know that's not your problem, Sony. It's Amazon's problem at that point, but have some self-respect. And you could even make it, have the Sony logo on it or something, or, have the bubble wrap be like black and all cool and shit, and make it all professional. And but they don't give a shit. They don't give a shit. Why not make the inserts anymore? Why not have any game books in the games? Oh, you're trying to save paper? No, you're not. You're trying to cut costs wherever you possibly can. But I'm not playing Neo. Any other person that didn't have an ounce of self-restraint would be playing Neo this second. Would have, in fact, have been playing Neo for 8 hours today. I've been playing it for 0 seconds today because I have self-restraint, and more importantly, I have self-respect. So I'm not gonna play Neo. I also have Uncharted 4. I did kind of play that a little bit, and I'm not hypocritical, but I play that. Maybe I am a little bit hypocritical, but the point is, I'm not trying to prostitute myself right now on YouTube to get a bunch of views and do blind playthroughs on easy. I am going to study that game, go through it several times, because I presume that you have to go through the game at least once to unlock the hardest difficulty, and learn it, learn the subtleties of it, learn from my elders, as it were, learn from Godfather Dictator and Kokoro Master, and everybody else who's better than me, and rightly so, because they are better than me. And then I'll bring the guide, whether it's 3 months down the line or 3 years down the line, and I'll bring it, and nobody will care, and I won't make any money on it. But it's a way of being able to look at myself in the mirror when I go to sleep at night, or right before I go to sleep at night, rather, and I can safely say to myself that I'm not a sellout, I'm not a whore. I have some self-respect. I can look at myself in the mirror, knowing that I didn't go hog wild. I didn't neglect sick family members. I didn't, not do my responsibility. I don't understand these people. I saw somebody had a whole bunch of Neo videos already up on day one. Does your mom do all of your laundry? Do you have a butler that does everything for you? Because that's the only way. It's either that extreme or the other extreme where everything goes to neglect. But I don't know how they would function in that case. I honestly think that they have everything done for them. Like a butler does everything. They've got a chef over there that cooks their meals, so they don't have to lift a fucking finger. They order all their groceries over the internet so they can be delivered so that these people don't have to leave that. I'm talking about like DSP type of people, like the scum of the earth, like the shit bags of all shit, dirty fuck bags, shit town fucks. That's what I think, because, and I bet they don't even leave the house, ever, for rare occasions maybe, but like, I bet their mom folds their underwear, does all their ironing, changes their oil. Their dad probably changes their oil. They've probably got somebody who does all the cooking, does all the cleaning. They probably have someone there to wipe their asses, to cut their toenails, because by God, they've got to make content on day one, and nothing can stand in the way of that. I'm hesitating to release a horror story right now. I'm hesitating to say a horror story because I did have a horror story last night, and it was very unpleasant. Kind of funny, but at the same time, really irritated me. And maybe we'll have time to talk about it, but you get a checkpoint for every level you go up, and basically you're going to have people firing grenades at you from different levels, and all of these engagements can be skipped. I skipped each one of them on my hard run. And if you don't want to hear the tale, I'm going to relate it because I think it needs relating. It is grotesque. It has to do with shit cologne. And if you don't know what shit cologne is, it's pretty much just smelling your own farts. But what actually ended up happening, it was really unfortunate, at least for me anyway. I had like some gas, and I had some like release back there, and I was going in for some hopeful good shit cologne. And I think you might be knowing where this story ended up, but basically I ended up not with maybe I shouldn't say this, but I ended up not with a nice scent of shit cologne on my finger, but a handful of shit in my palm. And it was an accident. I did not mean that for that to happen. And it was god awful. It was just an error in judgment. It was nasty shit. It was there's a certain type of a disgusting sort of sensation that creeps over you when you know that you're holding something that does belong in the toilet. I guess I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't want to explain what happened, guys. It was just my bad, and I fucked up. So I definitely got my fill that night. No. Anyway, guys, but I do have to relate another story because it relates to that. This was my brother's birthday. He was working on let's see, it was like a Thursday or a Friday of last week. I can't remember what it was. He told me the story the day before, and I wrote about it on Twitter. He was at his desk. He had just got back from lunch with his team, his office team. He works in Stockton, the shit pit of the U.S. His work had taken him out to lunch, and everybody was, kind of mellow. It was about time to leave. Or maybe, I'm not sure what time it was, because we're 2 hours ahead of them right now, but he was in his office. He heard a woman yelling at the top of her lungs outside in the parking lot downstairs, because he's in like the second level or third level. And even though his window was closed, she was yelling so loudly that he could still hear her. And when he looked out the window, he saw what she was yelling at. This black kid had dropped his drawers and was shitting in a parking lot stall. He was like 9 or 10 years old. And the fucker had, he was just shitting, like, with a sick little smile on his face, like he knew he was doing wrong, but he wanted to irritate his mom or something. Shitting, just pooping, shitting in a parking lot stall in broad daylight. This is broad daylight. And the reason that the woman was yelling so loudly was that, she was pissed off and she was telling him to fucking not do it. So to her credit, at least she was telling him to not shit on the ground. So you've got to at least give her credit. She was trying to do the right thing, trying to make sure that he didn't fucking shit in the goddamn parking lot stall. But that's what my brother saw on his birthday, man. Like, shit. That fucking little shitty bastard ruined my brother's birthday. Because now all my brother is going to imagine of his 30th birthday is a mound of brown shit on the blacktop. Isn't that disgusting? Isn't that horrible that a birthday can be ruined in such a way? I don't know. Is my story more disgusting or is that story more disgusting? Like, I don't know if you can even compare them, but they're horrid. Now that is truly shit town, guys. That's like if you live there, the trash cans anywhere. Like if you're walking down the street, just throw your trash on the ground because you're basically living in a trash can. So I don't think the cops would even fine you for littering because I think they all understand. It's a mutual understanding, a communal understanding that you're walking, like the trash can is at your feet the entire time. So maybe the kid, knowing that, just decided to shit there. Fucking shat town motherfucker, shitting on the ground, you fucking bastard. Whoever cleaned it up though, who wiped it up? I bet he didn't wipe it up. His poor mom probably wiped it up. Poor woman.